It's been a 50p extravaganza this month as we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the UK's most collected coin.
But not only that, 2 brand new 50p's were released, and not forgetting a Christmas set that's been released from Guernsey.
And there's been a whole host of fantastic new updates about coins to look forward to as well.
And that's not all, there's loads more of important updates in this newsletter. I'm Adam.
And I'm Rachel, and welcome to the Change Checker newsletter for October.
So this month, on the 14th of October, collectors around the UK celebrated 50 years of the first 7-sided coin. Of course, the 50p.
That's right, so back in 1969, so 50 years ago, the very first 50p was released. Of course, it was replacing that 10-shilling note, which was only lasting a few months in circulation. And the 50p really has stood the test of time, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different designs, and I'm sure everyone's got their favourite.
Definitely.
And it's gone on to be the collector's favourite UK coin, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And we were actually doing a very special countdown to the 50th anniversary, and that was the 50p Definitive Collecting Challenge. So let us know if you've been lucky enough to complete the challenge for yourself. Of course, we had our live Q&A, and that was with Yasmin on the 14th, so that was the actual anniversary day. And we actually gave away 5 gold-plated medals to lucky winners, so let us know if you're a lucky winner as well.
And if you have ordered the kit, then a collecting medal will be on its way to you.
So on the 29th of October, the Royal Mint released the UK's first Wallace and Gromit 50p coin, and that was really exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, and what's so special about this release is it actually celebrates 30 years since Wallace and Gromit first appeared on our screens. And in that time, we've had 4 short films and 1 feature film.
Yeah, and of course it all started back with A Grand Day Out, and that's got to be my favourite one. I think, you know, as a child, I definitely believed the moon was made of cheese. I think I still believe it a little bit.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Mine has to be The Wrong Trousers. Again, it's just an absolute classic.
So this coin has actually been issued in partnership with Aardman Animations and designed by Nick Park himself, and that's of course the creator of Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, and on the coin itself, it's actually got Nick Park's initials, so it's that all-important seal of approval.
Yeah, fantastic. And you know, it is unusual for a coin to be designed, you know, by someone like Nick Park rather than a Royal Mint designer, so I think that makes it extra special for collectors as well. One of my favourite things about the coin though, has got to be the tiny spaceship that you can see on the bottom of the design. And it is really small, you're going to need the Change Checker phonoscope to see it. But I think it's really lovely when you get little things like that on a coin which you can just spot, and it's really, really detailed, isn't it?
That's the thing, there's so many little details to this coin. So like you said, it looks like they're peering out of the rocket on the coin itself with the bolts all around the edge. There's Wallace and Gromit on the bottom, the rocket in between, and then the Latin at the top, isn't there?
Do you speak Latin though?
I don't.
I don't speak Latin though, but we do know what it means. Of course it means cracking cheese, and you know, that's so Wallace and Gromit, isn't it? Remember guys, the coin has just been released, so you can get hold of one in brilliant uncirculated quality by heading over to Change Checker now.
So as well this month, there was the 2nd coin released in the Gruffalo series. And I mean, we all know how popular that first Gruffalo coin was.
Oh yeah, fantastic. So earlier in the year, the very first Gruffalo 50p coin was released, and it's now been joined by the Gruffalo and Mouse 50p, which is such a cute design, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And so these coins celebrate 20 years since Julia Donaldson first published that amazing Gruffalo story, which is actually the UK's favourite bedtime story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you can see why, can't you? It is a really, really lovely one. And I think, you know, if you're a child or you've got a young family, this coin is really fantastic because it is just such a celebration of the Gruffalo. Of course, we've got the 2 designs now. Which one is your favourite?
I think it has to be the second, so Gruffalo and Mouse, because there's just so much detail to it.
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of forest in the background, you've got the mouse, the Gruffalo, and I think even a butterfly's on the coin, isn't it?
Yeah, that is really lovely. I do like the butterfly, but I think mine has got to be the first one just because it's so simple. I really like a simplistic design, and it's all about the Gruffalo, you know. You can see that little wart.
It's the correct way to start.
Yeah, you can see the wart on the end of his nose, which is great. So this second coin that has been released features that mouse, the cunning little mouse that outwits all of the other animals in the deep dark wood. It's now available to buy in brilliant uncirculated quality if you want to get your hands on one. Just head over to Change Checker. So are you feeling festive?
I think it's time, isn't it?
I think it's time, and that is because Guernsey has just released a brand new 5-coin Christmas 50p set, And of course, it's all themed around pantomimes.
And I knew instantly this was going to prove popular, especially in the festive period.
Yeah.
So we've got 5 different pantomimes. So we've got Snow White, Cinderella, Aladdin, Jack and the Beanstalk, and last but not least, Dick Whittington.
Yeah, a real classic pantomime set there. So really, really lovely coins, especially for the festive period. Very exciting to see them. Do you have a favourite of the 5?
I think mine has to be Snow White. It's just the design, the colours, just everything about them. They're all so intricate, aren't they?
Yeah, it's interesting you say about the colours because of course it's available in VU and silver as well. And my favourite's got to be Aladdin, and again I think in the silver with the blue colours, it does look really nice. It's just like a hint of the genie escaping from the lamp, which is great. But of course these coins are only available on Guernsey, so 4,000 of them were released, 4,000 of each design, so hardly any of them are actually out there.
That is really small, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really tiny. Of course, we always see lower edition limits or mintage figures for British territories because of the smaller population, but 4,000 is really, really low. So I don't think there's any chance of these ones finding their way into our UK change. But could you imagine if, a UK collector came across one of those?
Yeah, you'd keep it instantly for your collection, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would.
And I mean, they've proved so popular with collectors already. So.
Yeah, they're great coins. So let us know what you think about these brand new festive coins from Guernsey.
So to continue with the festivities, a second Snowman 50p has been announced to be released this Christmas.
Yeah, I can't wait because of course last year's Snowman coin was just so popular and it was the UK's very first Christmas 50p, so that was really exciting.
Yeah.
But I think the Snowman theme is just so lovely, isn't it? It sums up Christmas perfectly.
So the first one was released to celebrate 40 years since Raymond Briggs released that all-time classic book. But what I remember the Snowman for is watching it on the TV at Christmas with the family.
Yeah, definitely, me too. It is a proper traditional Christmas thing to do, isn't it, to watch the Snowman on TV. And I think this new coin is going to be so exciting. Obviously, we don't know what the design is yet. It is all top secret, but it's going to be almost like an early Christmas present, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, the first one was such an instant hit with collectors.
Yeah.
I already know the second one's going to be just as good.
Oh, it will be. I can't wait to see it. I'm sure you guys can't either. If you want to be kept up to date with all the latest news about the brand new Snowman 50p, head over to our blog and you can sign up for updates there. So there was some really, really important news revealed this month, and we finally know the 2018 mintage figures, and they've been quite a long time coming, but it's really exciting to finally see all of those 2018 coins, how many have been released into circulation and what the figures are.
And the amounts are actually like game changers in the coin collecting communities, aren't they?
They really are, yeah. So the 50p's, we've seen some really, really rare ones. There were 7 50p coins that entered circulation, but the Beatrix Potter ones in particular have been so scarce. There's only 1.4 million of the 2018 Peter Rabbit and 2018 Flopsy Bunnies out there. So like you say, they've knocked...
Jemima Puddle Duck is no more. She's been knocked off the top spot.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, she was the rarest Beatrix Potter 50p coin for so long, but now collectors are going to be looking out for those 2018 coins. And if you've already got one in your collection, then you are really, really lucky. But it's always interesting, isn't it, when new figures are released?
Yeah,
Really
and like I
nice to
said,
see that.
surprises can happen. So Jemima Puddle Duck was at the top for so long with Beatrix Potter. And if you head over to our blog, all of the details for those vintage figures, and there's some other surprises in there, isn't there?
Yeah, there are. Yeah, it's a great blog. Go and check it out now.
So also excitingly, the Royal Proclamation on the 11th of October announced that 2 further designs will be released.
Yeah, so we already know that next year we're going to see a Team GB 50p coin, which I think I'm really excited about. Can't wait to see that one. There's going to be a Mayflower £2 and also a King George III £5 coin.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the new ones that's coming up, so an Agatha Christie £2 coin, which celebrates 100 years since her first novel was published. I think that could be my favourite of the year because I know the Royal Mint have done a great job with other author coins. So Charles Dickens, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
So the themes are really strong with these.
Yeah, definitely. And then of course, the final coin that has just been announced as well is the £2 coin for VE Day, and that's marking 75 years since the end of World War II. So such an important anniversary. I think the 2020 coin set is a really, really great one for next year. Can't wait to see all those different designs.
And of course, we don't know what the designs look like yet, and we're just equally as excited as you guys. But if you head over to our blog and sign up at the bottom, we will let you know as soon as we know more details.
So this month, the Bank of England officially revealed the brand new design for the £20 polymer banknote, which is coming out in February next year.
Yeah, so it features JMW Turner, and he was chosen from almost 30,000 nominations from the public. So it really is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. He's the first British artist to feature on a banknote. And actually, it's a self-portrait that will be on the banknote, and it's the same portrait that is hung in the Tate Modern at the moment. So that's really quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's the most secure banknote that's been released yet, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's got some really interesting features. We've put the details of it on the blog, but it's got things like that security hologram, there's 2 see-through windows, raised dots, UV security systems. It's really high tech, isn't it? And you look at these banknotes all the time and you really don't realise the amount of work that goes into them, but something like that is just really great. I can't wait to see it actually in our change, because I think we're used to, aren't we, the £5 and the £10 polymer notes.
Yeah.
When you get £20 note out now, it looks a bit strange compared to the other two.
And there's actually a UK first on this banknote, isn't there?
Yep, so it's actually got the brand new chief cashier's signature, so that's Sarah John, and for a banknote collector that's always really important, isn't it, to have that first. So I'm sure it's going to be really popular with people wanting to hold on to those first ones. And as always, when you get a new banknote out, it's always those lower serial numbers, isn't it? The AA01s that people always look for, or the AK47s, that sort of thing.
So you want to keep your eyes out, don't you?
Yeah, you really do. Keep your eyes peeled. Head over to our blog as well if you want any more information about the brand new banknote.
Early this month, Change Checker headed to Southampton West Quay Shopping Centre for our live coin swap.
So we were swapping the brand new 2019 Paddington 50p coins with you guys, and it's always really great to get out and about and to talk to change checkers. We have such a fun day out, so thank you for everyone who came along.
And we'd love to know which Paddington coin you swapped, so get in touch and let us know.
Yeah, we've put together all the pictures and the videos from the day, so head over to our YouTube and Facebook channels to check those out, and also follow us on social media and the blog if you want to be kept up to date with all the latest news about future live events.
Have you listened to the Change Checker podcast, or perhaps you're actually listening right now?
Our monthly newsletters are now available on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, so you can now listen to Change Checker podcast, which is really exciting. Go check them out now. I think October has probably been one of the busiest months of the year so far. There's been loads of new coins and lots of news to share with you guys, but it's been a really fun one, hasn't it?
Yeah, so join us next time for all the important releases and information from the month of November.